Hello and welcome back to Klonoa Daughter Phantom Isle with me, Matthew Ghadius, aka Puggy. So, we are being chased by a giant moo in the second half of a very long level. Surprisingly I got that Phantom Alien. Now, to get up here, this is going to be a chore because we'll have to wait for the regular moos to come. And only when they do can we get up here. So yes, it's kind of a waiting game, but once you do, you'll be able to get up there. And down here, we'll be introduced to these annoying enemies. We kind of saw them earlier in the game, but here is where they'll really come into play, because the giant version of this enemy, these whirling dervishes with spikes on them, will be the bane of my existence for the next part of the level. So firstly, let's get these inner tube wearing moves or whatever bouncing around like crazy, if we can, seriously. And the way to do it is to grab them from behind, just like with the regular shield moves, but they're bouncing, of course, so not so great here. And yeah, we may not need to get up to the first platform, but the second one I think we definitely will. And there it is. There is that giant enemy that's going to be the bane of my existence for the next portion of the level, because we have to defeat it in order to get into that little alcove there. Seriously. And in order to do so, we have to toss an enemy onto it. We can't get it from the side or anything. It has to be in the middle. Yeah, seriously. And that's going to be a pain in the ass for numerous reasons. Also, there is another Phantom Alien there in that little alcove on the right. So yes, I will grab this enemy. I don't know what I will do with that alcove, but yeah. I think I will go for the thing that... Fine. There's a moo here, so I can grab him with his spear and everything. No magic helmet. Okay, so that's all bar one of the Phantom Aliens for this level. It's a shame it was the toughest one to get. But anyway, yeah, this thing, pain in the arse, as I have said. Also, to add to my frustrations is the fact that there's this platform above the enemy, which, is going to be a pain in the arse as well. And once you defeat the giant whirling dervish thingy, you will get this switch, which we can hit with an enemy, and that will actually get rid of the gem there. So yes, that bit was annoying enough. However, we have fair more to go through in this level, seriously. So that means going down here with the enemy, and I will get the checkpoint, certainly. And once again, we are dealing with floating platforms yet again. This time, our goal is to reach the top, which is not easy enough, which is tough enough, sorry, with these moving platforms, but we then have to deal with these, what I can only describe as, rip-offs kibbles. Seriously, they even have cutter boomerangs. How could I not refer to the Kirby series here, seriously? Anyway, what they will do is try and knock you off at your platform, and they are a pain in the arse. You can actually use the moo to get to the first platform, where the first rip-off kibble is. The other ones, not so much, because of the fact that you are kind of stuck here. Oh yeah. And don't get me started on the next bit. Seriously, what happened there? What the hell happened there? I'm gonna say Klonoa hit his head, which either that or threw the enemy that way, which is also a pain in the ass, but there you go. And yes, the boomerang it is a boomerang. Of course it will return. That's what boomerangs are supposedly supposed to do. So yeah. After that, yeah. And I fell all the way down to the second one, seriously. And I think that these guys only respawn after you go back to the bottom. Seriously. So, that being said, let's make our way over here and get some more health back. Seriously, Namco knew what they were doing here with the health thingy. And now, what do we have here? This is where the headroom problem in the Wii version really comes into play, because we have two switches in two separate alcoves and only two enemies to do so. and we have to go between them. Keep in mind, Klonoa does not move that quickly here, and we have two Felix the house cats moving back and forth here. So yeah, and there's also another switch in the middle, seriously, which Klonoa himself cannot reach. So yeah, this is the dilemma. Apparently, from what I've read on certainly YouTube comments, which myself is for a lot of criticism there, is that this was actually easier in the PS1 version, seriously, because, as I say, I've only played the Wii version and this version up to this point, not the PS1 version, because I only rented it from Blockbuster. So that being said, let's get Klonoa up there again. I think what I did is use two of the enemies to get up there, throw the other one that way. It's very hard to do though. It's very hard to do because you have to press the circle button while you are making Klonoa go upwards. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if other people did struggle here as well as much as I did. And I'm playing this on easy mode, mind, where you have the benefits of multiple lives and the ability to take half damage. So yeah, and the other thing I did do, if I wasn't able to grab an enemy quickly enough, I would just try and hit it that way. Thankfully, I did eventually get it, thus opening the final door to where Ghadius is. Seriously, though we do have to still deal with the Sand River, of course, which is weird. It kind of reminds me of the whole, given that this is supposed to be, looks like some sort of dream kingdom, does the Moon Kingdom here in Phantom Isle. It does remind me a bit of the whole Sandman thing. Don't remind me of Persona, where he's literally a moon is the Sandman. Seriously. Anyway, let's go up here to this one and go through the door. And that will take us into this area here, back to the main hall, where we can finally go and see Ghadius. In a long while, it took me over 2 episodes to do, because I didn't want to go through this, but we will finally meet him. But almost, we still have this bit here, it seems. So we have a floating platform, which will take us up this way. And what I can only describe as, well, a long, not hallway, but certainly a long pathway, shall we say.
Logo mais, Nazel Crista Betatelo, Nato. Mas, doel del zone, e feliz zone, Tilan Bezon. Paz Brasil, paz com Israel. Por Nazel Gentulet Nahanu. Baby. Era tu para tu la zone. Tira, quero compreender. Viu tempo possível. Viver tarde demais. Vole, abatem punkeal pascuridão, deficiente, considerou, paz de love, polanguante, vez, fosfolenguante. Saber que eu era tu, brother.
Ghadius himself is an interesting boss, because is fought in a very different way to previous bosses. Basically, he will inhabit a giant circle in which there are these giant orbs in the middle of which, and if you jump into one of those orbs, Ghadius will lay a trap for you, basically. What you have to do is keep running against his attacks. So yes, he is indeed the Master of Darkness. And he will rotate the circle you are on just to make the boss fight tougher. Meanwhile, what will happen is that bunches of these meteors and whatnot, and also moves, will fall down. The only things you can grab to actually damage Ghadius are the blue moves that keep falling down. Keep in mind that it's very hard to do so. Given that this is based on the Wii version and the hit detection isn't that great in this fight, seriously. Or maybe it is too good, should I say, because of how the fight pans out, seriously. So Klonoa can easily get hurt. So another reason why I put it on easy mode. So yeah, another thing of note, the move you are holding can also be destroyed by the falling clown meteors, which is all I can really refer to them as, really. So yeah, the amount of times I died, yeah. In fact, in some cases, I would have rather just fall off the stage if I fell into Ghadius' trap. After a while, after he takes enough damage, his attacks will change. Like all good bosses, of course. So yeah, as you can see, now he divides himself into like 3 masks, and or something like that, and he will actually spin the moves around and then throw them around the arena, and they'll bounce all over the place. So basically, like before, you have to grab them, but you have to be careful where the moves are so you don't take damage. So yes, truly he is a worthy opponent, is Ghadius. So yeah, because sometimes with Klonoa flapping his ears, the moves may bounce in his direction, as you just saw there. Or close to there anyway. So yeah, throw it at him. Yeah, this is actually my best run on the boss. But yeah, and the moves, well, they just bounce around. I already said that. Eventually what will happen with the moves is that Ghadius will replace them with portals to his own dimension, and you'll have to repeat the whole running bit again against Ghadius. Yeah. I actually like this boss. And you saw there that one of the portals came falling down. Yeah, he started bouncing things all over the place as well. I also like how dark Ghadius' theme is. It's kind of repetitive, but it works. It works for a guy who pretty much is this game's Voldemort, seriously. But that being said, oh boy, those portals, man. Yeah. Keep in mind that Ghadius is still rotating the sphere that Klonoa is in, so it is very hard to avoid those portals if you're trying to run the other way and Ghadius is moving you the opposite direction. So that's a pain in the arse indeed. You throw that move at him. Okay, so he's now down to a small chunk of health. He's doing his spinning tactic again, and what's he gonna do now? Well, here he creates a huge triangle in which he's generating moves out of there. So yeah, so what you have to do then with that is make sure you get the moves, because one of the sections of the triangle will turn into a portal to his dark dimension, etc. Once you do hit him, Ghadius will again send down the triangle towards you, and probably hope that you hit the dark portal, sending you into his dimension and whatnot. So yeah, indeed a worthy opponent. And if you hit by the other parts of the triangle, you, of course, take damage, and it gets much more harder to grab the moves as well in that case. Seriously. The portal is actually pointed at the ground there, seriously. I am trying desperately to grab the moves here, and Ghadius is having none of it. None of it, seriously. So yeah, the moves are just running around like crazy in there. So yeah, grabbing them a premium here. If you try and grab one of the sides of the triangle, I don't know if it's with a move or without a move, but if you do, that will turn into a portal itself, so there's that problem as well. Other than that, yeah. Okay, no, I actually grabbed the side of the triangle thing. At least on this game, the force field temporarily went away, but we still have to deal with the moves, of course, but never mind. Yeah. So Ghadius is indeed master of the darkness, indeed. So let's actually try and grab them. And that's another thing, the moves just bounce off. They just bounce off as well once you're done with them. So yeah, not great with this boss. And now he's reverted back to his spinning tactic, it seems. So yeah, which honestly is a bit easier for me. It's easier for me to grab the moves and everything. And, well, you know, we do actually get to see Ghadius' Dark Dimension. He sends out these waves of energy, and then you have to make your way back to the portal just to get back. Seriously. This is a really good boss, in my opinion. Seriously. He's a tough boss, but he's a good and decent boss to get a strategy against. Yes. Anyway, Ghadius is defeated, and all seems well. However...
Apesar disso, mesmo pesadelo suficiente. Calculação combo. Outra nação na Enquanto Dura herda Klonoa fantoma. Que subia Tembalada. Alguém total defendeu.
아주 많냐고. 우와! 슈퍼.